Hey, have you ever signed a legal agreement without looking at it? Of course you have, so have I. And over the last 18 months, I tried to change that with an AI legal assistant. And today I'd like to share some of the learnings. So this idea started when my friend Dylan asked, can we use AI to analyze my girlfriend's gym contract? And so based on that, we were off to the races building an MVP. And that started our entire 18-month journey. At its core, Atticus was pretty simple. It took legalese and translated it into plain English. It flagged concerning clauses and allowed you to chat with your contract. And through the entire journey, there we go, we learned that technology is not enough. That it wasn't enough to have a really lovable product. And what we built was actually technically pretty simple and elegant. It was a multi-stage pipeline that extracted relevant information. But as we learned, technical excellence is necessary but not sufficient. One of the bets we made early on that worked out marvelously is the cost of LLMs coming down. In June 2023, it was $60 per million tokens, and today that's only $3. I presented Atticus here at BetaWorks about 2 years ago, and people loved it, but that enthusiasm did not necessarily translate to habitual use. As you can imagine, people don't have a need to analyze contracts on a consistent basis. One thing we did do well is we monetized pretty early, so we charged $20 per 4 analyses, and we did this a couple months after launching. This was pretty exhilarating to get paid for something you built. And we took that momentum and applied to Y Combinator, but we were rejected. We had an interview. They said it wasn't venture scale. And that itself was a really great experience that we took to heart. And we were facing a dual problem. People, as I said, don't have a habitual need to analyze contracts. And for higher stakes matters, people want to talk to a human, and they want the credibility of a human who's responsible. So this gets at the core of what we learned. Technology changes exponentially, but humans and institutions change logarithmically. And it's very, very important to make sure that those two things coalesce and intersect. One such example is we actually tried working with attorneys to have AI-reviewed contracts and analyzed by attorneys. But if you're not aware, the legal system works on the billable hour model, so productivity is not always better. And I think of Amazon as a truly disruptive company that took a longer-term vision. You launch with a specific niche, and you expand slowly category by category, and along the way, you have sustainable phases. Another learning is traditional software is deterministic and orderly, and AI is probabilistic. And that means you need to rethink how you even design products. One model that I found that is promising is services as software, where you have AI augment human intelligence, but you sell services. And humans are in the loop making the core decisions. This would help in the legal situation because you have an expert. Despite all these challenges, we did some things really well. We built an MVP in 7 days. We talked to users. We built in public. We got a lot of feedback. We monetized early. And so I think execution was pretty strong. That being said, one thing that we also did pretty well is ignoring the stigma around thin wrappers. Everybody in 2023 thought that only the AI model providers would capture all the value in AI. We proved that that wasn't the case. And a profound personal insight was agency matters and you can just do things. So to quote Teddy Roosevelt, credit belongs to the one that has dust, sweat, and blood on their face. This journey would not have been possible without extraordinary collaborators. So Dylan, my friend, initially catalyzed the idea. Greg brought strategic clarity, and Lunart turned a tool into a lovable product, and that was exhilarating. I've learned that these products are, the magic lies in between deterministic traditional software and AI capabilities. You need to take the best of both worlds to build amazing experiences for folks. And the biggest takeaways is experiment early, but have clear exit criteria. Monetize early, even if imperfectly. And above all else, be in the arena, because the journey is very rewarding.